Hey y'all, what's going on? It is Barb Meets World, and I am joined by a lovely guest that I just love so much. None other than my good sis, California Cutie.
Hi guys. Hi Barb. Hi my
Hi.
sis.
Hi. Oh my God, I feel like it's been so long. I'm glad that you were able to squeeze me in and we can get up here and talk about all things Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all, because we're about in full swing with the season. I don't know how many episodes are in the season. I wonder. I gotta
It's
look.
probably 18. It's probably gonna be or they might keep it at 16, 16. 16, 16.
I feel like we're gonna get we'll probably get 3 more if we're gonna leave on the trip next week. And then we'll probably get then be on the trip for 1 good episode, and then also we're probably gonna not come back to Atlanta. I would think that we're gonna just end things on the trip. Probably have 3 episodes at least more. 3, 4.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably y'all. But of course, y'all already know before we jump into it, we need to just get the housekeeping out the way. Y'all already know, like the video. Yes, like the video, because that helps both of us in terms of the algorithm. It helps us attract new subscribers like y'all. If you're not currently subscribed, we are streaming from both of our channels. Like on both channels, subscribe on both channels, comment on both channels, turn on notifications on both channels. Do all the things on both channels.
Even if you are a subscriber to us, just check it, because sometimes they unsubscribe to make you resubscribe just to mess with you.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Hey, my boo. Oh, I've seen your setup and everything. You were really doing big things. Just so proud to see that.
Yes, Nani, you doing your thing, I got.
Oh. And hey, Karan, this season not giving much. Good to see y'all. It's not giving much as far as like when you really look at, I think people are just really excited for it to come back on since it was off for so long. We wanted to see what the ladies give and stuff like that. But I think now we can really give our full assessment of pretty much everybody we got this season. And I'm definitely underwhelmed by more than 2 people. So,
well, here's the thing for me. I feel like I thought it was gonna be worse, if that makes sense. So, like, I'm literally like, So I feel like Phaedra's about to come shake it up a little bit, especially because I don't know if she's just talking mess, but it feel like she knew a little bit about everybody but Angela. No shade, no tea, because she was being shady while she did not know Angela. But literally, I feel like she's gonna shake some things up, and I do think that Porsha is gonna find her way into exactly what she is, freaking Frack, and it might change up the dynamic, because I'm getting tired of her coming at Drew, and now she got Shamea. Well, she don't have
talk about that, because
literally I don't know why we are going through this, and why Shamea going harder for her. It's like, girl, relax.
Right. I think we all kind of give Drew a hard time, but when you really think about it, she's one of the only ones that are really giving us true like storyline, that are really giving us their true reality. Actually, I don't know. Up until like yesterday, I would say yes, she's giving us her true reality. It is what it is. Yada yada yada. I'll tell you guys later why I'm thinking like, are you sure, Drew? Are you playing our faces? I'll show you. I got evidence. I got receipts. But now I'll say she's giving us the real deal. We are not getting that from the majority, I feel like, of the cast. It really is just her and Angela. And I mean, Kelli's keeping us entertained here and there, I will say. But so much stock was put on Porsha coming back, and going house. We can't even get a full like true statement from you. Phaedra, as we already knew she's going to be ushered in pretty much at the end of the season. I'm not holding my breath on that one. If you guys seen her on Married to Medicine, if you guys seen her even on Housewives back in the day, you shouldn't be holding your breath either. Yeah, we're just gonna see what it gives. We're gonna see what it gives, y'all. But anyway, let's just get into it. If you guys and also follow us on all our socials. They are scrolling along the bottom of the screen. And shout out to the 19 people that are watching collectively. If you're watching on X, come on over here to YouTube and hit the like, comment, subscribe buttons. And yeah. So this episode, y'all, actually began with Kelli popping up on Shamea. They were having some girl talk poolside. Shamea had every logo on under the sun. But it's whatever. Okay, do you, whatever. But yeah, long story short, Kelli's been going through it. More than one, like several of them have been going through it. And it's looking like we need a group trip. We need to, cool off. We need to go to what did she say? And I'm feeling the Caribbean waters. Caribbean waters are always a good time. And from there, she's like, let's go to Grenada. So she actually enlists Shamea to also co-host this this trip with her. And they're two peas in a pod. If you guys have been catching Shamea's YouTube videos and stuff like that, her and Kelli, they really do hang out. And I do like the rapport that they have, but when it comes to Drew, that's where I kind of draw the line. And I'm like, okay, Kelli, Shamea is being Porsha's lapdog, but Kelli, you kind of being Shamea's lapdog, I feel like. So, but we'll get into all that, y'all.
Good assessment.
Nonetheless, they also plan to provide some aid and relief, which I thought was really good on their part because the area was just impacted by a hurricane. Kelli has a point of contact for that. They're getting all things, set up or whatnot. And she also shares with Shamea that, yeah, taking things a step further, she is in $158,000 worth of debt with the attorneys based on everything that transpired in divorce and everything. She has a $158,000 attorney bill, and she shared that news with her family as well. We got in a flashback.
And not to cut you off, but mind you, we know in real time that she got a lawsuit with her restaurant for not paying them. So like literally this money is like it's racking up. But go ahead.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. That is one of the, like I was telling you earlier, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about in, another Bravo 411 video or whatever. Yes, if you guys didn't hear, Lil Mama might be in a little trouble. So, okay, Kelli. But honestly, I don't really have too much more to say about this that I haven't said already. They're just, excited to plan this trip. And will you say, do you like the rapport between Shamea and Kelli better, or Shamea and Porsha? Like, do you see more of a genuine friendship? And
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It is very lopsided. I have a best friend, and I would never treat my best friend the way Porsha treats. And it's not like so blatant, like she's not bumping her, but thumping her, or being abusive to her. It's the
that's actually worse. I think.
Yeah, right, right. Because
it's not like you slap me in my face.
Like I feel that. I know you're doing that to me.
Yeah,
but I feel like Shamea just was like, no, she's not doing that. That's just how she is. No, that's not just how she is. So no, I can definitely see the lopsidedness of Porsha and Shamea's relationship. And I don't know, people that have old friendships shouldn't act like that. Like, even if y'all wasn't just best friends, that's what's making it worse. But even if you guys are just old friends, like Kendi and Shamea are probably old friends as well. Not as far back as Porsha, maybe like 20-year, maybe, because they've been.
I don't know why. I have to go back, obviously, to the beginning. I don't know why I thought that Porsha, or that they met on the show, Kendi and Shamea. I never knew like where exactly they.
I don't think so.
I assumed it was a show, but I guess maybe not, seeing as though Shamea has been so ingrained in Atlanta. You think of Atlanta, you also think of course, Kendi and stuff. So yeah, they probably go way back, I'm sure.
For sure. So with that being said, even just the respect of somebody that you've been friends with so long, I don't see that. And then it's like, it's almost looking like you're jealous. You have no reason really to be jealous of Shamea. I mean, yes, she's wealthy. She's married into wealth and because of what her husband does, but it's just so blatant and it's so dismissive at the same time. It's like, dang. So yeah, I enjoy Kelly's energy, what she brings. Hey, Micah, my graduate, my son.
Congratulations again. Oh.
Thank you for coming in and saying hello, son. But yeah, literally, I like Kelly's energy. Her energy is always high end. She comes in bubbly and always just high vibes. She likes to show her body a lot. I don't know. I'm on the fence with that a lot.
Right there, always commenting on her titties.
And because she has daughters, I feel like I don't have big boobies, so I don't have this issue. But I do know that my kids, if I dress kind of scantily, I don't go to clubs no more, so I don't really get scantily dressed anymore. But if I did, my young kids would be like, "What you got on? Where you going?" Like, luckily, I go to the beach or go to the pool or something like that, so they let me get away with stuff like that. But even still, they be like, "Where your cover up? Where your pants at to go with it?" So I just think that I feel like Kelly just shows too much body all the time. I know she might be looking for a man. She might be on a hunt. She might be looking to put her toes in the lady pond. I don't know. I just feel like she shows her body a lot.
I'm y'all wear what you want. I'm never anybody to police anybody, but I will say yes. Kelly, there's no reason why I should have seen, I feel like, pasties and fishnets. And I mean, her and Brit were definitely, I'm like, is it 12 o'clock in the
Brit don't have no children.
Or at night? I was like,
Brit don't have no children. Brit don't have no children, and she don't have daughters. And this lady has all daughters.
For this platform, that's real. I'm not really comparing it because from a mother standpoint, as much as I'm just saying on this show at 12 p.m. Would I have on pasties and fishnets? Probably not. But I'm also not on the show. I guess maybe that's just what they felt like for the day. But yes, there is a lot of skin that be showing that we're used to, I guess, on this show.
And then as far as the geography and the choreography and all of that was going on that Miss Ma'am Shamea didn't know, I was right there with her, but I would have just stopped. I was like, what? I was with Kelly. I was like, Kelly, yeah, y'all gonna end up in Switzerland if you leave it up to her, because she don't know what she's just naming things. She don't even know where she going. So but I like their fun time. I like the funness, and I wanted to make this point too. Shamea is giving Mary vibes.
You think so, Mary?
Well, when I say it, you're gonna catch the two. I'm gonna line it up for you. The labels. When you say labels, she has every label on it. And I was like, if that ain't a Mary Cosby.
But that's the thing. Mary will wear a label. Like, Shamea actually irritated me in this episode too, because who was it that called somebody out? That was the Real Housewives of New York. But she mixes her labels a lot, and it was just like, I mean, if you're gonna go with Chanel, I just prefer you to do all Chanel or all
Chanel.
Yeah. Balenciaga, Chanel, Prada, Gucci belt, freaking Louis Vuitton duffel bag behind her, freaking Versace umbrella. Like,
you're making me dizzy.
Which, I mean, at the end of the day, if you got it, spend it however you want. It don't really matter what anybody thinks, of course, but it's just like, girl,
But that's what I think. I don't think they look at it for the labels now. Like, that's because in their tax bracket, if you will, they're shopping how we would go to like the swap meet or like a thrift store and just be like, oh, okay, like it literally just be like, oh, I can't. They don't look at how much it is. So they literally like, oh, it match. They're not looking at it for like, I'm wearing Chanel today. I'm gonna wear all Chanel. We're gonna put it all together. Like, they're literally like, oh, this Chanel, oh, it does match this. These colors go exactly together, or whatever the case be. I don't think they even look at it like that because it's just so nothing to them.
I don't think she like looks at all. I think that she goes in her closet with her eyes closed, and it's just like, all right, I'm ready. Like, yeah.
See. This
I'm
is
not,
how
I'm not the only person who said it. Shamea, you can't, dressing is just not your forte, but that's okay. You could pay somebody to help you with that.
You know what? She makes herself look like she don't have on labels. But we're gonna leave it at that. We'll leave it right there. She looks like she don't wear labels unless it says it all over the place. If she doesn't have it all over the place, it doesn't look like she's wearing anything that's
you don't have to do monogram head to toe. You could what do they say?
That's the word I'm looking for.
Wealth whispers. That's not whispering, that's screaming.
Sis,
anyway.
Do you see the new thing on the screen right there? Is that new? That's new.
Oh yeah. You can put the comment now.
I like that, but let me see if I take my notes off and I make the screen bigger, will it still be there? Go ahead and get to the next thing because I can't wait.
Porsha, Lauren, and Miss Diane, they go on a tour of an 8-bedroom, 7-bathroom home that is listed at $4.2 million. Porsha says, she's looking for another house, and she was just looking for one with Simon, so it's a lot. It's a lot when you're processing stuff. You just pictured life with somebody one way, and now it's not looking like that, and I'm just torn. And I said in my first marriage that when I pretty much left with nothing after I was, super submissive and just, wifed down, I said that would never happen to me again. So this time I did my due diligence. I made sure I lined up everything correctly so I wouldn't find myself in that same position where I was left out in the cold. I don't know about you guys, but like you can't even film in your house. You can't even film in the house that you bought with the second husband, supposedly. So that doesn't really seem like you're not yet. That still seems like you're left out in the cold, mama. And also, why are you looking at a $4.2 million house? It just doesn't seem like there's any direction. It seems like you're just kind of biding your time, waiting for the next eligible person to enter your life, and then you go and just do whatever they want to do with them and their finances. I was just very confused by this scene. I feel like Lauren and your mother, like they don't ever tell you what you need to hear. They just tell you what you want to hear, pretty much. Because I would have been like, listen, honey, you are not in a great position right now, and you didn't even have to be in this position because you never should even marry that man in the first place. Like, that's just what it comes down to, y'all. And I also was waiting for Miss Diane to say something slick when Porsha started to tell them about how the trip is coming up or whatever, and her and Shamea, they ironed out their issues and everything. Like, she good, we good, I'm good, I need to go rewatch.
We good. We all good.
Y'all know where I got that from. So everything is all good in their hood. Apparently, Miss Diane was like, I love that, and I was waiting. I was like, ears were wide open. I was waiting for her to say something crazy, because we know that her and Shamea's mom, obviously, we know where it stems from now. As of last week, we know that they had beef over something. They fell out back in the day. And from that, this is why Miss Diane is always saying slick things about Shamea, as far as, Porsha, you shouldn't, play her too close, pretty much, et cetera, et cetera. This scene was just confusing to me. I didn't know why we were doing this.
Okay, well, in my notes, I put Porsha, her mom, and her sister look lovely going window shopping for a house.
Yeah.
Because let's be clear, ain't nobody about to go buy no house right now, girl. Come on, I'm just anxious. I'm going to court, and I don't. Girl, shut up. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to make us think that this is your storyline, that you literally have money to go look for houses. Y'all, you're wasting our time. You wasting the producer's time, camera time, lighting time, the boom box time. Like you're wasting time, and I'm tired of it. So Porsha, stop. You don't need that kind of house. Even if you like, literally, let's be clear. Let's just say she was all in, had money. Do she really need all that space for her and BJ? Just her and BJ.
I thought that too, but at the same time, I mean, look at Sheree, for instance. Like her house is huge. I'm not gonna say because I'd be the same way. Quad, that would be me. I would have a huge house. It would just be me. Like, I don't have anything wrong with that necessarily, but in her position, no. Like, it seems like she's trying to still ride at that same level that she's at currently right now or whatever, which is why people keep saying, like, are you trying to compete with somebody? Like, what do you playing at? Like, what do you want your life to look like?
That's what I'm trying to say, because look at how we're gonna go into where Angela's with her property, some of her properties.
Buy one of them.
So what I was about to say is, like, she has $500,000 houses. Why are you going into the 4 million, 2 million? Why you don't have to? There's beautiful properties that are out there that don't have to be so lavish and don't have to have such a big price tag on it. So going back to your point, I think she's really trying to keep up, or like, well, no, I make the money. You could, and you. I'm not saying, yeah, like you said, you had your label. I mean, you have your company for 10 years now. I'm not don't taking that back from you. I just feel like it's seeming very premature. We'll go with that. It's very premature.
And I mean, she did say that on the after show, y'all. If you caught the after show, she did express how, yes, it was a proactive thing, supposedly, because she didn't know how the divorce is going to shake, whether that be she gets to remain in the house and gets the house and when it's all said and done, or if she's going to have to move out anyway. So I do agree with being proactive in that. Like, yeah, I would totally be just, well, I wouldn't be in this situation, so never mind. But and her whole thing is also like, first time around, she didn't have a child. It was just her. Now it's her and her child. But honestly, you're trying to keep her in the frontal lobe of your mind. Where was she at when you married this stranger? Like, why didn't you have that same level of care then?
Stranger danger.
Being, but you want to care now. Okay.
Maybe she's learning, sister. Maybe she's learning.
Whatever. That's like 40 something years too late. I just, yeah, she needs to just not.
And I did appreciate the go back. Let's look, the rewind and see how she was with Cordell, and she wanted to be the perfect housewife and whatever you like, and to flash back to now who she is now. It's like, man, it's like night and day. So I like the flashbacks that we were getting in this episode. Go ahead.
Yeah, me too. Especially when they flash back to Phaedra, and I don't recognize that lady. Anyway,
yeah, she looked so much prettier back in the day. I mean, we all should look prettier. We all think we look prettier back in the day because we were younger. But literally, I was just like, is it the same face? Huh?
Porsha?
Yes, Porsha. No, Porsha wasn't. Well, anybody, when you look back at, you be like, oh, okay, you actually. To me, I don't think she had grown into her face yet. That's just,
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, well, your face, that's the thing. Like, because I watched this one Instagram, she's like a Botox, a cosmetic injector, and she does all the fillers and stuff like that. And she just breaks down just how, like, the certain parts of your face, like how they start to change as you get older, and like right here gets longer, and this goes like this, just breaks it all down. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people I feel like have an issue with is if you start too soon, or if you don't know, what your face is going to change into or whatever. That's when people start, I feel like, looking crazy, is when you either jump the pew, or you just don't take those types of changes into consideration, and then you wind up having to go back. And that's usually when you have to go and get a full, like, transformation once again, is when you did too much, and now you're like, okay, I look crazy.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Go ahead. Okay. Making me feel nasty. It's like my face. Oh no, can't.
I don't really care about Kelli and the doggy lashes because I don't know.
She's spending too much money on that dog. Go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like that's the first thing that people are gonna say now that she's having these like financial issues supposedly or whatever.
If she didn't have those financial issues, she's spending too much money on her dog. I'm a dog person. I love my dog. Some people love their dog. I'm not saying that. I like the massage thing. I'm not saying it, but
I think massages are cool. I think even like, you know, like dyeing them different colors. Like my friend, her dog, like she has a white Maltese, I believe, and she dyes her ears and her tail hot pink, and she's so cute. I think that's fine, whatever. But yeah, the lashes and the parties and the this and the like going like too far into the right with it is like, okay, yeah, this might be a reason why you're in the hole you're in now. If I had 100, take away the supposed financial issues that broke in the news the other day, take away all these excess things, just look at the facts here. The fact is you have an $158,000 tax bill. I wouldn't even spend 50 cents on a bottle of water. I would be like bare minimum. I would be living so below my means until I get that clarified. I probably wouldn't even be able to sleep. I would be trying to get that taken care of so bad. But I mean, maybe she knew she was gonna make a splash this season. That check was gonna come through real good, and she's gonna be able to clear it up right when those Bravo.
I don't want to see her puppy no more. Go ahead.
Shamea joined Big Ticket live on air, which it was good to see him. I haven't seen Ticket in a little bit. Rhapsody. He says another cast member just dropped a song. And of course, Shamea, for whatever reason, decided to shade Drew by, you know, saying, well, yeah, they never played that song on this station, and all these other extra unnecessary statements. I felt unnecessary energy. I felt. And it just shows that she's still not over that lapdog comment, clearly. That's really all the notes I have on this scene, because this is where I really started to see like, Shamea, like you're dead serious about this. I get not wanting to be called that, but again, I love when later on when Drew broke down exactly what made her say that and all that, and it's like, well, stop doing that thing and maybe nobody would call you that. Or also you thought it was funny that picture of you that you posted, like you're thinking it's only funny when you lean into something if it's definitely not true. But you're poking fun and leaning into something. We're not laughing with you, boo-boo. We're laughing at you, Shamea.
Absolutely.
It's giving Porsha's lapdog, and just based off the sheer fact too that last time I checked, you and Drew really don't have a legitimate issue. It is all off of Porsha and her issues. Just like I didn't understand why you coordinated that meeting with Ralph. Like you have no reason to be messy towards her like that.
Oh no, because it was the podcast. We did a podcast together. Like, so what? Y'all can talk on the phone then. You don't need to go have him treat you to dinner with Porsha and y'all run up the menu. You know what I'm saying? Y'all weird. Y'all weird. As far as that being at the radio station, that was a waste of airtime. You sitting there talking about, if you was on the air talking about that, waste of airtime. I don't feel like Drew was giving that much energy to it. And when, like you said, when she goes to explain why, you understand, and if you still feeling a certain type of way, you should address it. And if not, the hit dog gonna keep hollering. So we just we're just gonna keep hearing it. And as far, I do like to see Shamea in her element doing her different things. Though we seeing all these different things that Shamea does, and you know, all these different things, and it's like, well, so why would you even waste your time about Drew? It's not your fight. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. It's not her fight, and I'm tired of her making it her fight.
Yeah.
Oh, she was being immature. I think that's an immature thing to do. Like I just it's making her like there's a couple of things that we notice about Shamea because we haven't discussed it yet. But a lot of people that I've heard say like she's very dramatic. you know, because you know she plays too much or she is overboard. It's like theatrical, and I'm like, she is, and sometimes it just does get like corny, like it's giving very cornball. So yeah, that type of stuff.
Oh no, I fully agree. I fully agree, and I feel like, and that's also what I feel like about the clothes. Like I need her to just turn it down just a little bit, and I feel like that's why I'm not surprised by how she's acting, because I picked up on the bits and pieces of her personality, and I knew she would take it this far with her like antics and her humor and whatever. Not surprised, but it just reminded me of why I just have never been like, Shamea, oh my God, who's somebody else in the background of like the shows that we're like, oh my God, can that person please come to the front? Like, we want that friend of to be like full time. Like, what are you doing back there? I feel like we've had that same.
We did that with Marlo, basically.
Like a Scala, for instance. I think that's.
Oh yeah, we all love the Scala.
And like we were like, oh my God, bring her forward. Like, she seems so cool. Like, what's her story? What's going on? I feel like I would have been pleasantly like happy with whatever she gave us. Shamea, I just never got that feeling, because I knew what she was going to give was going to be like annoying or lapdogish. Yes.
Oh, you picked it up real easy. Oh, I see what you said. You picked it up years ago, or like the little bits and pieces. Like, oh wait a minute,
she just never
giving like you trying to be in here. I can understand what you're saying, because the word is
borderline obnoxious.
That tries too hard when they don't really need to.
Obnoxious.
And it's like when people do, there you go, obnoxious, trying too hard. We don't like those. Not that I don't like you. It's just we can see you. We flashlight, we see you. Like we literally see you. And the other thing is, why are you going so hard for Porsha, trying to show her you the down chick when she clearly keeps showing you she don't need you to do that?
I wouldn't kill a spider on Porsha's bedroom wall if she came in there and asked me if I was Shamea. I wouldn't do anything for her. And y'all, like, seriously, if you guys don't see this, and you know I'm the last person to try to force y'all to see my point or agree with me or whatever, but honestly, just look at the stark difference in the way Porsha is like welcoming Phaedra in now versus
her own best friend.
Yeah, her best friend, who she late to her party. She's saying all these.
You go to the wedding.
Anything weird and slick towards Phaedra, she talking, oh, me and Phaedra, we've been friends for years. You know, once I'm over something, I'm over it. We're gonna always be good. She's just a boss. Like all the stuff she was saying on After Show, I'm just like, she's a boss. And you know, she took me under her wing pretty much when I came on. Like, just giving her all the kudos. But it's just like this woman over here who, you know, literally windmills for you with before you even bat an eyelash. She's ready.
Nonstop.
And
25-8. Like, what is going on?
Y'all don't see that? Like, y'all gotta see that. Anyway. Yeah, Brit. This is when
let me get my shoulders together. Shout out to Erica De Niro.
I'm not even like mad on the Kenya stuff when it comes to Brit anymore, as much as I'm just like, are y'all
don't belong here?
She doesn't. It's like, get her off my screen. It's not a good fit. Actually, like, really cringy to watch after this episode, y'all. But nonetheless, she's going to be doing this bare and naked event, which is going to be held at a country club. What country clubs and shapewear have in common, I have no idea, but she's trying to, you know, marry the two for whatever reason. She said that this business is one she's always wanted to launch, even as far back as when she launched her insurance agency back in 2020. I'm enunciating that because I'm just doing all the math. I've been doing all the math on everybody, but Brit especially. Dad passed away this year. Bought that house this year. Like, I've just been adding up all the timelines and stuff. And you're trying to make it seem like booming. Yeah. So you try to make it seem like you shut it down because of whatever other reasons. No, you got shut down by COVID probably. And this was probably like one of those shoddy, like, oh yeah, just like you be seeing all those random shoddy like credit repair. Oh, I can fix your credit. Send me $99 right now, and blah, 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 blah. You probably were doing some. You probably got a PPP loan and just okay. Anyway.
No, that's you're right. So I ain't gonna hold you.
That's into one of those shoddy little business schemes because I'm like, let me see your business plan. And also, is her website even up for this shapewear line? Because you know I'm gonna check, y'all.
Go check it. Let's see.
Brit Eady's pink polka dot. No. Bare and Nick. I can't Google it. I don't see anything. I don't see it in her. Oh, thebareandnaked.com. Let's take a little.
Let's take a gander. Let's take a gander.
Yeah, let's take a little field trip, y'all, real quick and see what her. Is it even?
Make sure y'all hit that like button too while my sister's looking at it.
Oh, actually, this is not going to. It's going to be a very short field trip because, as you can see, she doesn't even have it up and running. This is all we see. I don't see there's nowhere to click. Like it's. Yeah,
it's a preview. It's a commercial.
It's not. She hasn't.
And it don't say the right there. It says bare
like
naked.
Under construction. It's just. Yeah, I don't know if she.
Why does it say bare and naked right there? But you had to type in the bare and naked.
Well, sometimes like the names of things will be like taken or whatever, like like copyright or whatever. Somebody might have already got that or whatever. Like that's what happened with I forget that artist's name, but anyway, yeah, there's nothing here.
No, let's give.
So you better sign up to. Oh, it says July 2025. So yeah, y'all better sign up. Why wasn't this up and ready yesterday when the show came? What are the girls? Did they learn nothing from G&A? Did they learn nothing from anybody else's failed She by Sheree? Like, are you guys not learning anything? Because 9 times out of 10, when y'all come on these shows, whatever you're trying to go after has already been done before. So do yourself due diligence. Read the reviews. Freaking do your research. Do all those things. Why wasn't it? It's not that hard to get a website up and running. And it's not even like you had to have like everything up there, but I should have been able to go on and see something or buy something.
So we can't order nothing? Is what basically you have a website. No, what is that? You have a fashion show with no fashion. How dreadful.
How dreadful. Somebody, yeah, I have to pull that up because I was live tweeting, Xing, whatever y'all want to call it. And somebody actually did say that, but they said, what did they say? A dinner party without dinner. And it was
oh my God.
It was, y'all see, it's freaking Dwight with literally
I love it. And that's
so yes, y'all. Let us know. Let us know how you feel about Brit's business. Let us know if you're believing what she's saying, because I'm really not having a hard time adding and subtracting these dates and stuff. But nonetheless, like I said, she wanted to launch this business since then. She didn't at the time because the business took precedence, I guess. But now that her license, her insurance license is on hold, still lying, I see. She has time to focus on this. So that's why she's bringing this to the forefront, supposedly. Let's get into something more interesting, though. Let's get into Charles and Angela. Okay, so we know Angela, at first, didn't she say she had 5 investment properties? For whatever reason, she now has 7. And I guess, is that still not including her mom's house then?
Oh, I'm thinking.
Huh?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering.
Or so is it 8 then with that one, or is it 7 with that? Because that's technically now. I mean, she moved out, so I'm assuming you about to sell it again. So I'm assuming that's
her mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that last week. So definitely my condolences definitely go out to you, Angela, of course, on that. Sure. But Mama, we gotta figure out these they gotta get up off your hands. Like, goodness, she is what, $2 million in debt because the house that she's in that they're looking at right now, that is decrepit and nothing looks like it's been done at all. Stuff all just looking all crazy. She originally listed it at 465, but then she had to drop it down to now 338, which is barely gonna make her any money because that's pretty much what she bought it for, I guess. So, and then that dude, I don't know, was that like a broker? Was that a contractor? Was that, I don't know who,
the one that failed her.
He looked like he was lying. That shirt looks like a shirt that people
we'll have it done in what, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It ain't gonna take no time.
Guys in here, anybody who speaks that confidently and wears like a shirt like that and just does that, y'all, they're not telling you the truth. Get away from them.
Usually you get a person that shoots over. So say she wants it done. Say she wants it done in 3 weeks, but he doesn't know that. He shoots for, I can have it done in 4 weeks. Oh no, I need it done I needed it really done by 3 weeks. And that person went that way, because when they say, oh no, I can get it done in a week, you're right. They're like literally, and you know damn well it's gonna take longer than a week.
10 days. Well, no, it wasn't even like he said the work would be done. He said it'll be sold in 10 days.
In 10 days when she get it done. You're right.
How do you know? How are you so sure? The
certainty was 99.5 or 9. Either 99.9 or 99.5.
No, like that's not going to happen. You're lying. And Angela does low-key. Although she's obviously she been hanging with the girls. She's been giving them the business. I'm not going to take that away from her.
For sure.
When it comes to this business, though, Angela, I think you bit off a lot more than you could chew. To be honest, though, I mean, I don't know if it's just, well, I was gonna say, I don't know if it's just her name on the loans. I don't think it is, or whatever. It's both her and Charles, I'm sure, obviously, but he wasn't as like upset about it. He was just like, you just need to get it off your head.
My thing is it smart to buy that many properties at one time? Like why would you do that?
I mean, if you got it, I guess, obviously, I mean, if you got it, cool, do it. But if you're doing it, that's a gamble. A flip is a gamble, regardless, even in a perfect market. So doing it times 7, I personally wouldn't. I would start off with 1.
Oh, well, I'm thinking 1.
Like that's what I would do. Or and also like having a plan. It's like, okay, you acquire these properties, but it doesn't seem like she even really thought out the layouts. I don't think she needs a team. We only keep seeing her. She needs somebody who was going to have a blueprint to show like exactly what it was going to look like. She should have got recommendations. Are you just winging it hiring these people? Like, did you actually do your research? Because this shit looks crazy. Like, come on now. But nonetheless, get off her about that. Moving on to her mom. Again, we were introduced to her. She has since passed, unfortunately. However, this is when Angela brings the conversation that she had with her mom to Charles. We know that for whatever length of time, 3 years was it, that they weren't talking. Angela was always riding Charles to like talk to the mom, because the way that she has always thought of the situation transpiring between them, I'm assuming she thought it was Charles coming crazy at her mom or whatever. And
she thought Charles was the aggressor.
Yeah. And then now that's why she's now apologetic towards him during this scene, because again, she had that conversation with her mom, where her mom said that, I love my son-in-law, and he said he said something about your daughter needs to clean up, whatever, and whatever. So and he was receptive to that.
I walked up on him. She said I walked up on him. I said, yes.
Yeah, and
that's a big dude.
I mean, yeah, it is. It definitely is. But I feel like even for that to have been that big of a deal,
it wasn't that. That was. I don't think so. It wasn't that. We see how Charles is to his wife. Can you imagine? Girl, that's my kid.
honestly, I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
mama done seen some things and heard some things, and I'm sure it can be little things. It like that little thing, but you take them little things and you keep doing it every day or every time I see you, bro. I'm about to be like, hey, sir, that's my kid. I mean, that's your wife. You ain't got to talk to her like that. Hey,
Facts.
sis,
Princess.
congratulations to you, graduate too.
I feel like, I just sidebar y'all. I feel like all of my people are just doing so amazing in life right now. So many good things are happening to people. Got degrees, we got new babies, we got people moving, we got all types of stuff, new jobs, all types of graduating different programs. So if you have something to celebrate, or if you're just happy to just be alive, to see another day, and just grateful that you woke up today, then yeah, shout outs to you. I am so looking forward to this summer and everything. I feel like we're really starting off good already. And it's only like my birthday hasn't even hit yet, and it's looking like it's going to be a good one.
But it's definitely Gemini season.
It is. It is, y'all. But she tells him about Brit's event also. And side note, did you feel like in this scene, was he being cold and all the things? Do you feel like was he giving off the energy that he don't really like that lady like that? Because some people were thrown off by how he wasn't he didn't jump right into like comfort mode when she got emotional in the scene. People thought that was kind of messed up.
It wasn't giving. I don't see him being all sensitive like that to her. Not that he wasn't picking up on it. Charles is just a special specimen. His wife knows who she married, and so like I can't be looking at it.
Obviously, she
loves her. Put some respect on his name. Like yeah, she knows she married, and she knows he's an asshole. Like I know I married an asshole, and until you start being an asshole to me. Until it becomes a problem with me, then I have to address it. But everybody else, I gotta just let. Hey, that's just how he is, and and I'm gonna check him when he does it to me, and
do
I'm sure, and will, and I'm older than you. No, I ain't about nothing about them.
I don't care. No.
But literally, that's what it be. I think she knows who she married. Just like she didn't even want to cry. She even said it for herself. She said, "Oh, I don't." She didn't say I don't want to cry. She said, "Oh, I think I'm gonna cry."
Yeah, I don't think it was good. Like I don't feel my dog just passed away. Somebody, these houses, they want the money right now. They at the door. Like if it was something that was like legitimately like. And that's not me trying to compare anybody's hardships or belittle anybody for, them being emotional or nothing like that. But I feel like, yeah, if it was a true, like, this is a sad moment, you about to really go through it right now, I would like to think he would have sprang into action faster or something. But I don't think that it was going to be this truly, like, heart-wrenching, emotionally, like, just because then we moved on to something. We were talking about something else in 2 seconds. So I don't think that
she ain't leaving her man because he didn't come hug her while she was crying.
Yeah, we know.
I didn't put in my notes that I feel like Angela is on defense with her husband at all times. So with that being said, she kind of does that with her family. She doesn't do it with the girls though. I noticed that she don't get defensive. She don't just jump on people or take shit out on people. I noticed that about her. I said she's poised enough to know like these girls can't even, girl, I'm not losing no sweat over there. She even knows how to, I love her shade is good. I like that about her, but I literally noticed that she's on defense or has her guard up with her husband but it's not like she's like raring to go. She knows like what she say, he always plays devil advocate. He always goes against the grain with her. She knows that she married. Like it's like probably the opposite of track.
When it comes to being amongst the ladies, is because she's used to having do it out, before dinner time. No,
like what I'm saying.
No, seriously though, that's like a lot of times that's just psychology with any type of interpersonal relationship where like you can handle certain situations, certain things in life better because you're used to dealing with this type of person, or you see it with children to parent, or with siblings, or with whatever, like whoever's in your, close, network. A lot of times, whatever type of personality types they are, whatever type of communications y'all have, that equips you to be able to handle certain things in life, or be around certain people in life that bring that same type of energy and stuff like that. That's just common sense, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense.
Another side note. Another thing I don't like about Brit, I meant to say this earlier when we first started, is that she's not a good listener. I noticed that on the after show, not so much on the show, but she doesn't pay attention to people. She says yes before she needs to. That type of person, to me, I don't like people that don't listen. Like, I don't like, and it's a subtle not listen, because you're so busy saying yeah, like, and it's almost like she's trying to say the words before you say it, but if she's saying it wrong because she's not listening. I don't like that.
Not listening. She doesn't talk right. Like, did she even talk on the after show?
No, especially not with freaking Frack. She can't, because
she might as well just fade into the back. Like, when she couldn't even jump in to do the. She can't.
Yeah, no.
She's not for this, y'all. If you don't see it, she's not for this, and it's okay. Everything's not for everybody.
Well, let's be clear. If Angela was sitting with freaking Frack, she would have been able to hold her on. If Kelli was sitting with freaking Frack, she would have been able to hold her on. If Drew was sitting with freaking Frack, even though they're not getting along, she would have been able to hold her on. So
because like, even when she like comes back with stuff, she don't really like say the right, like, she doesn't. Verbal sparring is not her thing. Even like her, I don't even want to call it one-liners, but even like her standout statements she makes and stuff like that, it I'm sorry, it does give like something that would be like a mic drop moment on Love and Hip Hop, or like a Basketball or something like that. Like her, I don't know, just even the way she speaks, it just doesn't. And it's not to say, y'all, that I'm thinking that the ladies on here are like literally better than the ladies on these other shows or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just the way it's packaged and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not like the
she's not as polished as the other girls. Is the word we're looking for.
It doesn't give that. It doesn't give like we firing over here on this target, and you like way over there. Like, it's not even, no one's even talking about that. Yes. It's our season.
Going down. It's going down. Hey, Mrs. Wilson.
Straight airhead, like straight helium. But yeah, they're going to nonetheless to finish up with Angela and Charles. They are going to go to the party. They were invited. We know that Brit, like I said before, even that was a great example of her. Like, she really thought she did she kind of have Angela a little bit with the whole, yeah, sorry, baby. But even the way that she worded that was just like a little off. I feel like wouldn't be packaged the same if it came from anybody else's mouth. It's not the same, y'all. Anyway, at all. Husband either. Do we still know what he does? No. What episode is it? 12? Yeah. Okay.
He is officially, like in Drew's words, her lapdog. And I'm not saying it like he shouldn't be. That's his wife, whatever. But like, literally, even things that he say to her, like, "Oh, honey, you look good," and "Oh, honey," they just sound so phony, baloney, to doney, to gony. Like, they get on my nerve, the two of them together. When they're in the same room together, I don't feel like, oh, she like looks she looks at him like, I hope everybody else is buying this. That's how she looks at him. And he looks at her like, I hope everybody is buying this, because they both look at.
Y'all are probably like, why does that matter? Like, she's the one that's on the show. Like, who cares? Whatever. No, it matters because oftentimes, Candy, for instance, even though I feel like even Candy by herself was still better, but Candy, for instance, a lot of times, Candy was only like super duper interesting, and you know, people just loved having her on screen because of the people that were around her. She comes with, you know, everybody and their mother, and it's just a good time. Nobody in Brit's network is like, I would never want to see a spinoff. I would be like, what am I watching? There's nobody, even like nothing about her that's doing it. It's just not, y'all.
Yeah, her family's not made for TV either. Yeah.
Especially that one sister.
The screamer?
Yes.
The screamer? Yes, no.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Nonetheless, again, this event, issue number 1, they roll up to the event again at this country club. Nothing's put together, nothing's ready. I didn't see not one. I did see a step and repeat, but it was on the ground. It wasn't up or, you know, anything. Wasn't giving backdrop. It was giving area rug because it was on the ground. And then again, what do derbies and shapewear have in common? The girls would love to know. Just like they would love to know, are we going to be golfing in these nice clothes? Is there going to be other people here? What are we supposed to be doing? But Brit's whole thing is, you know, we've been doing some really ratchet shit. So, you know, I want to do some mirror, be classy, be all the things. This is her way of introducing that to the show. The woman who came in the door talking about whips and pews now wants to usher in class. Okay. All right. So again, yeah, all the ladies are confused. Even her friend who's not on the cast was like, the one who was talking to Porsha, she didn't even know.
Exactly. Her friend that was talking to Porsha didn't know. Her planner didn't know. Her husband didn't know. Nobody knew nothing. Like literally, nobody knew nothing. They didn't even know how to drive the golf cart. They didn't know if they was, like you said, if they was, how they were dressed. Were they gonna be outside? Were they golfing? What are we doing? What is the
is food involved?
What is the event about, and what is the package? What is her stuff? What is it called? What is her product? We don't even know what's going. There's no
it wasn't none of that, y'all. Issue number, they're confused. Issue number 2. Speaking of food, speaking of menus, apparently the menus were only supposed to be placed on like the ladies' table because the cast was the only people that were actually going to be getting food for real. Everybody else was getting light bites. But because nobody knows what's going on, including the planner and stuff like that, she put, you know, menus in front of everybody. So everybody's thinking they about to get played, we about to chow down. You know, it's kind of weird, this whole event, but at least I'm gonna get some food. Just kidding. And I don't know if you guys peeped like the faces some of the others were making. They were like,
so we don't get what they got.
I would have got up and left. That's just me. Moving right along though, once all the ladies arrive, and then she also, issue number 3, she whips out these like cardboard like boxes of,
I don't have a cardboard box, but I have my Lorna Doodle box, but it sounds just like that.
Downstairs, but it was literally
it was just a box.
It was a regular gift box, and I mean, like, I get it. Like, some people just do the brown, but no, like cute packaging. Shamea said it wasn't even no tissue paper in the box or not. You know, you make it cute. Usually you have like, you know, a business card or like an info card or something, links to your social, something. You just put the box in, it was like, boom. It wasn't no bow. It wasn't anything on it. Like, there's nothing going on, y'all. And again, she only gave the ladies these things. And, the other people were like, okay, I guess, you know, we're chopped liver. And in doing so, she threw shade by giving Angela an extra large, is I guess what she was trying to do, which can we not do that? Because again, Angela has been getting with y'all, and she also, mama looks good. Like she
snatchers.
Okay. Was I still like, when she said she was 43 supposedly, was I like, oh, okay. I was a little like surprised, no shade, but no, she looks good though. It's not even like she looks old as much as she just seems mature. Like I don't know. She just has an energy about her that seems just also a little bit older.
Have a little old soul type of thing going on. Because if she's that much younger than me, wow. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I know that I think the surgery is making you look older than what you think is that you're projecting yourself to be. So if you in your mind, let's say the surgery, you in your mind say, "Oh, I think I look about 43." That's where you're gonna roll with. But you don't have to do that. Just be the age you're gonna be. Ain't nothing wrong with it, y'all. Nothing wrong with it.
Her before, I want to see her nose from before.
Yeah, please. Can you look up something or something? But literally, it was an utter mess, and that just goes to show what we were saying. Been saying, Brit don't belong here. You can't even make your event look good. Like you literally, your event fell so short. I literally think she should have did the presentation first. There shouldn't have been no golfing, no golf course. They was yelling on the golf course, screaming, almost what is the word? Almost wrecking the carts. It was just a shamble, and it's just like you trying to show them, you know, the upper echelons of it all, and you're not even showing it. The only time you ever seem to be classy is when you made everybody kind of, you know what, if y'all want to talk, you're gonna have to talk outside. That was the only time. Other than that, I was like, girl. And now I'm with you. I would have been left. I would have been left.
You know, I don't play about my food. I can't wait to get my food after we're done. Like me too. All about it. So, and honestly, I believe what Porsha said too when she was like, "Oh no, like if you don't have food like at your function or whatever in Atlanta, like you won't be talked about real bad." And I believe that. I definitely believe that, and I feel like that's such a controllable factor. Like I get, like you can't always, like stuff is going to happen, y'all. I get it. Like not everything is going to be perfect all the time, but I feel like that was such a controllable thing. And again, I say that too because you know, clearly, I mean, Gordon Phaedra, she heard about you, so I'm assuming that means that you also know a lot of people, which would mean that you have connections. Like I don't feel like this should have been a shoddy thing. I feel like this was something this was your one time to shine. You literally fumbled it so bad, and I'm going to be coming at you just as hard because I get it. A lot of times we you know, give some of the ladies, when it's their first season, we're like, oh, you know, we'll give you a pass, like you'll learn by next season, whatever. No, I'm not giving you a pass because Kelli also came on the show and she's given us she's given us like 2 or 3 functions. She's also planning this trip. So, you know, and Angela also is giving storyline. Like she just doesn't hold her own when it comes to the weakest link, new link. Sorry, y'all.
Yep. She gotta go.
And, you know, but Angela, and that's the thing too, like, she doesn't even get messy and crazy when they try to shade her or whatever. She just she either says something funny or to their face or in their confessional. This time it wasn't her confessional. And she said, yeah, she probably gave me an extra large because she's confused with the size of her toothbrush for her big ass mouth. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I say, yeah. The other comment was pretty good too when she said she had stretch marks around her lips. I said,
I took it for this season for me.
I said, okay.
She could have just stopped filming for like she could have stopped filming. I would have been like, you know what, she did her part.
So I'm gonna have to use that one good day.
She did her part, y'all. What else? So again, they're all confused, but nonetheless, you know, you got us here to talk about shapewear. Let's talk about shapewear. So what was the inspo behind your shapewear line? Like, why did you launch this? This is Porsha for the Brit. And she was like, yeah, so when I got a BBL a couple years ago, the shapewear was just ugly and uncomfortable. And, you know, we were like, so it made me think that, you know, I should just come out this line. And when I first started my agency in 2020, I took my entire staff to Miami, and for their birthdays, they could get whatever they want, whatever surgery they wanted, whatever they wanted. See, that's what I'm saying. that gave me like, and it's not to say obviously people on Housewives, everybody got BBLs these days. My neighbor, your auntie, your cousin, this, like, everybody has BBLs these days. So I'm not even pressed about that. I'm not just saying that they only have them on Love and Hip Hop, but I'm like, even that like story was just like, I see you guys spend your time differently. I don't know. I would have rather her, like, again, can you see her, and a lot of people were saying this right when she said the pew pew whips and all that comment. It's just like, if you pick her up and plant her in any other city, or can you imagine her on like a ultimate girls trip, like talking and just trying to, you know, build a rapport with people from other cities, like they would be like, girl, what are you talking, huh? Like, and you also, I feel like she said buy whatever they wanted. Like, I need receipts on that one. I just, because we're talking about, you know, a BBL, what, how much does that cost, y'all? It's several $1,000s. I believe it's no less than 5, I would assume, especially in Miami. Times however many people are in your staff. Like, I don't think I believe that staff. Who? So she had her sisters, her. What is it? Building? Let me see. Like,
maybe they had a little cubicle, a little. It was small office. Maybe it was like
it was a virtual office on Zoom. Like, get out of here. These were not like, you had employees. I need to see the payroll.
That's what somebody should have asked her. How many employees was it about? How many employees
like making yourself seem like you was like, okay.
But I mean, say I want to become one of her employees because I need a little work done. I said, you're crazy.
You know, I could do some preventative maintenance or something if you paying for everybody's stuff. Like, if you got it like that, which again, that their home, that, and I feel like we haven't even seen like have we seen her bedroom? Have we seen a lot of that home? I feel like we always see like the one couch and in the kitchen. Anyway,
I don't remember seeing all of it.
Gold girls are, yeah, you know,
man.
She would get the business if she came over anywhere by me. I would have to tell her by herself, because gosh,
she's just not good for. She's not good. She got zeros across the board at her event. At her event, it was zeros across the board. Now I like the fact that, yeah, it's called bare naked. The concept is that it's supposed to keep your body close together, you know, after you have those BBLs, because I guess you're supposed to keep it all tight and wrapped. So is it specifically for women for BBLs, or is it a line of just women contouring their bodies with these spandex shirts?
I would be able to tell you if her website was up, but since it's not, I'm gonna say like, yeah, like they, like, I think the fajas, like you wear that. I know the girls be wearing that all the time after they have the surgery. That's like the bodies, the whole, get up pretty much thing, I guess, or whatever. I'm assuming, yeah, she's doing ones for people that are, you know, post surgery, and I'm assuming she's just gonna have a regular line, like, you know, Skims or Spanx or whatever. That's what I'm assuming. But again, I ain't see no business plan and I ain't see no website. So
I guess we just speculation at this time. Okay, so I guess we have to move on from the lady that don't need to
get the answers to these questions, y'all. I'm hoping, honestly, I hope my questions are answered, because if they're not answered, you want to know why? It's because she's not back, and I hope she's not back. So she
they better not. They better not. I'm literally. We don't need to see her again.
Yeah, but about the top she was wearing, because I know Skims, like, they have regular, like, even Spanx and everything. Like, I don't think anybody just really just focuses on the shapewear these days as much as they branch out into the other basics. They have only, you know, like leggings and tank tops and stuff like that. I'm assuming that's what she'll do, but I don't know her from a can of paint, y'all. I don't know nothing about this lady, but
she ain't letting us get to know nothing either.
Moving right along, Brit, once they all sit down, though, checks in with Angela and Charles, and Angela.
No, wait, Cynthia comes in. Cynthia come in looking great. You ain't like what she had, you know?
I didn't like most of them. I didn't really like anybody's. I thought Drew looked the best.
Oh, I like Drew's outfit. That burnt. She had on like burnt orange or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm
like trying to think. I'm like,
Porsha just looked normal to me. I looked like a normal.
Kelly's hat was too big. It was covering that big forehead of hers, but it was too big.
Kelli be doing a lot, and I
like
love
a around her head.
That will, try different styles and silhouettes, and really is going to get into the fashion. But Kelli be wearing a lot of clothes, and they be swallowing her up or not. She'd be wearing like 20 different textures. Now I see why her and Shamea get along, because Kelly's hit or miss is what I'm trying to say, basically.
True.
And y'all already know how I feel about Shamea, so I don't even need to get into that. She, again, between Balenciaga and Chanel, she couldn't pick one. And
oh my god, I couldn't even think about. I was trying to think of what Shamea had on. Yeah, this is a mess. Everybody looks a mess right here.
Brit looked okay. I don't. This dress that
I feel like the dress was way too tight, and it was. I feel like
too many things.
I don't like I like the polka dots, but I don't like the fur around it. Like the white fur with the, I don't know. She's trying to pop a white with the black with the polka dots, and it was no.
See, this is the better picture. She
but I like the hat. I don't know. I like the hat.
Yeah.
To me, Shamea's hat is getting, not Shamea. Kelly's hat is giving, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
That's not even like that's like I want her to have a big white, like furry, like long coat on or something. That's like a costume, I feel like hat.
Exactly.
It doesn't give elegant, it gives costume. And then it was like different texture, this and this, and I like the pink polka dots. Yes, I like the pattern, but I feel like there was too many different elements. Like you can't have this bright fabric print, and then you also has this, like you got to pick one or two attributes and stick to that.
Absolutely. A hot mess. And the shoes that Shamea thought, no, no. I'm like, you got on Chewbacca shoes? What are we doing with the fest?
She doesn't know what she's doing. They just gave her call time, and she just showed up. But yeah,
she better pay if she come back next year. Get you a stylist.
Yes. Cynthia did walk in, and just like right after that is when Brit turned things to Angela and Charles, checked in with them, because again, we know that they had a little tiff. So she's like, how are you guys? What's up? They're like, good, happy to be here. And Charles doesn't have a side baby. Girl, what? Now, Angela, that was a little like, but I guess she was like, you know what? It's time to start working. So click. And she was like, action. And that's what she decided to ask y'all. And Brett was like, and I'm not one of Charles' whores. Charles is like, I don't even mess with whores. So what are you? He actually kept a lot cuter than I thought. And she's like, I just said it because your wife, said that, whatever she said. And his whole thing was he doesn't mess with whores. And I feel like, did you pick up on, I felt like the way that she was saying that, like, did she want Charles to like scold Angela or something? I don't know. I felt like she kept saying, she's like, yeah, like she said that. And like, there were things that like the way Brit was explaining the situation to him, I feel like she was trying to elicit a certain response from him about it. But like, he obviously didn't give her that.
He didn't give her no energy. I mean, yeah. It's weird for y'all to try to discuss an argument you guys had, and y'all trying to fake phony say y'all already said y'all sorry, and then bring it up, and then have Charles sitting there and the lady sitting there. It was just a very uncomfortable thing. It was the wrong time to do all that. They should have did that on the three of them on their own, because it brought, because like you said, she came up so abruptly with it, like it wouldn't, it was like, we weren't expecting her to say anything like that, and then when she did, it just like the record scratch, like what? And maybe a lot of people weren't privy to what was said, so I feel like she put people in it that shouldn't have been in it, and I think it threw everybody off, even Charles. And mad that Charles have to say I don't even have hoes. Like, well, who wants to hear their husband say something like that? Like, what the? It was just a bad look.
This is a waste of paper. Sorry, I'm looking at the. I had took a screenshot of the menu that Brit had because I was like, what is even on there? But she didn't even. She had what southern buttermilk fried chicken with southern style buttermilk fried chicken breast with a side of buttermilk whipped potatoes, sauteed seasonal vegetables, corn muffins, rolls, and biscuits, or bronzed salmon Alexander with the shrimp lobster cream reduction, chef's choice of starch and vegetable. Dessert will be a caramelized banana cream pie, and the starters will be a tossed salad with croutons, choice of 3 dressings. That sounded like the regular like menu that they had at the country club, and you just asked them to print your name on the top of a paper. Like it didn't sound like specialized or anything. It didn't sound like she got any like independent caterers or nothing. It just sounds like, which again, y'all, I'm not trying to nitpick here. Like I feel like we already have enough with her that I don't need to nitpick. But it's just like you start to look at these little things because we also have, you know, other people on other franchises spend, $500,000 on a party or something. So this seems like she didn't even spend $500 on it, is what it was giving.
All that food you was naming, that was from the country club?
Yeah, that was the menu that was on the table.
But the bites and stuff was for
the other people. I guess. Yeah, the light bite. I don't know what the light bites consisted of. This is just the Brit Eady present Country Club Classic. Present. Shouldn't it say presents? But yeah. Maybe I'm.
No, it's supposed to say presents.
Okay. Because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, am I wrong? Because I feel like I should, but maybe I'm just crazy today. I don't know.
Because it has her name on it, so Brooke Eady presents. Brooke Eady presents. Well, she's presenting something, so it's presents.
Yeah, I would think so. But from there, then y'all, they're moving forward though. Angela and Brit, everything is as cool as it's going to be in this very moment. And the ladies, they're like, we're here for it, cool, good, whatever. Drew's like, thank you for inviting me in the first place. I know we had a disconnect back then, and we need to have a conversation. But I'm glad to be here. And as Drew's saying this, who other than Kelli? The strawberry shortcake on steroids, as Phaedra referred to her, which I honestly, even though y'all know I don't see it for Phaedra, that didn't
got to come back. That was a good one. That was
a good of Kelli. It really is. And so she's like, oh no, this isn't when she said it. This is when in her confessional, she's like, I don't know too much about Drew or whatever, other than she's a liar. Shamea also in her confessional was like, I don't all I know is, Drew's a liar. They're both calling Drew a liar. And what? Oh, yeah. And then that's when Kelli was like, yeah, I hope you make sure when you have that conversation, you start with the truth. And I'm like, this is where I had to really just hit a pause, y'all, because I'm like, why are y'all all jumping on Drew when she's not the only person at this table that lies? Does she lie quite a bit, it seems like? Or has this been an issue with her in the past more than it has been maybe with other people on the cast? Yeah, but at this particular time for me, I feel like Drew is not the only liar amongst us. And the way in which y'all are trying to like just completely shame her without also looking within, Shamea especially, is really sending me. Like you're just mad because you're just mad. And Kelli, you're also quick to jump to Shamea's defense, and it's just like, don't do that. Like
you're picking a side, and you shouldn't do that. There should be no sides when it comes to Kelli. And look, it literally don't. Which makes me kind of, I'm not gonna say, because I know you said Porsha. Say it again.
especially anything that involves Porsha in any capacity. Because when you think about it, this still technically is sparked off of something that had to do with Porsha and Shamea and their BS. So now, Kelli, you're jumping on in there too to Shamea, who's defending Porsha, and it's just like, no, you don't need to do that, because I would just stick completely out of that if I was Kelli. Because we might have a good friendship. I might like you might be good outside of Porsha, but when it comes to that, I don't agree with how you handle that. You are weird when it comes to that, and I'm not going to defend any types of ways you try to show up in that, because I would never put you in that situation as a real friend. Like, I've had to tell friends about other friends that were not good friends to them. And no. Shamea was less than smart about how she's handled this Porsha friendship all these years. So I wouldn't be defending that too much, Kelli, ultimately.
And that's why I'm wondering, is Kelli looking at it for what it is as well? Or is she have an underlying agenda with all the debt she got, that she can have a millionaire dollar friend? I'm just saying. I'm just calling. I'm just saying.
Not asked to borrow a couple $100,000.
You see me smiling? I'm being for real.
I mean, she does be like picking up her kid. Like, she really has been apparently.
And so that's what I was trying to get to. That you didn't say that they get real close. They're doing a lot, and there's nothing wrong with it, because, like, literally, she got a lot of money. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it could be a.
To me, it seems like the type that, like, I don't even need this show. You know, my husband got a good job. You know what? I'm not even going to cash my Real Housewives check this season. I'm just going to give it to you, Kelli. Y'all can't tell me you can't see her doing something like that. Like, you know, I don't even need it anyway. So, like, she just seems like that. She just being.
So I feel like Kelli is one of those ones, and no disrespect to Kelli, because I like Kelli, I do. But I'm just saying something about it makes me feel that way. Like, why are you going so hard for Shamea like that? I mean, you could really like her. Thank you, son. You could really like her like that, and that y'all could be close. But the way you're coming at Drew ain't did nothing. Did Drew and Kelli get into it? Did I miss something, or is it something I'm forgetting?
Okay, no, I don't really think they've had any one-on-one. Like, I don't think they've had any scenes where they were like buddy, but I also don't think that they've had any scenes where they were on opposing sides. Like, I don't think that they had any bad things happen. I also don't think they had any good things happen, which again means, well, Kelli, why are you now coming at Drew sideways? Y'all didn't have any beef.
Hey, maybe Kelli is still going off the fact that, remember when Porsha said that, oh yeah, she came. I know that is what it is. Kelli is still under the impression that when Porsha told them that Drew was trying to get fun time for studio time.
That still hasn't. Now you're taking something and running with it.
I know, but I'm saying, I mean, that could be the only thing, and then, you know, the way they would feel about it would make, like, you know how Shamea comes to Porsha's defense so hard. So, and say Porsha don't even have to be around with them, but like, she hears Shamea telling Kelli, like, oh, you know, like, I'm literally saying Kelli is coming to Shamea's defense about that, because she feels like once Drew lied about the Jordan thing, which was, y'all all know she was fucking lying. I think that everybody thought she was lying. I would have never thought that she would have really said that Jordan. Because when you real cousins, you'd be like, no, because for real, my mom and his brother and sister, like that, we break it down so you really understand. So when she didn't do that, I didn't think she was telling the truth. I thought she was playing. But that's not here or there. She thinks she's a liar for that, and now you're saying that you really want to do something to Dennis for a studio time? That's shady. I'm looking at you sideways because I told you Kelli's a girl's girl. So she's looking at it.
A girl's girl when Porsha said that she would fuck that lady's husband.
Because she's trying to get in with them two girls. She's trying to get in with them.
Exactly.
So you're right. Yeah, she's trying to get in.
Trying to get in, but
Okay, we found y'all.
What do we know, y'all? Again, there's this dog pile of them, like, thinking that Drew is such a liar, and this is when, and I feel like Drew checked her real cute or whatever. Only before.
I respect Drew. Drew. That's the first thing I put. I respect Drew! Exclamation point. Boom.
Go. And Angela, she's trying to clarify where the drama stems from. And Drew's whole thing is like, girl, you took her back some info that was, you know, chopped and screwed, when you know damn well I wasn't even trying to talk bad about PJ. Like, that was not the tone at which I was speaking. And Shamea, I didn't write down verbatim what she said in her own defense, other than like, yeah, like that she obviously has an opposing viewpoint on it. Which prompts them to, of course, start going back and forth with Shamea. She just was like acting like really immature, I feel like, in this, because, you know, her whole thing is she's not a lapdog. Drew said that she doesn't respect Shamea for doing what I just said previously, and in doing so, she's proven herself to be a lapdog. And Shamea does nothing but, I feel like, further prove again that, like, just sand in it. That's my thing. Ultimately, it's like, if that's what you want to be, if that's what you are, if that's what happened, just own it. That's what it's giving. Because you've even said that you felt like the friendship, it has been not, you know, equally balanced on both sides. You felt like you've admitted now, even though you don't like to do it consecutively for whatever reason, but you'll admit every now and then, from what we see, that yes, you have felt some way about the way in which Porsha has showed up for you as a friend, or lack thereof, I should say. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, though, you get, you know, when you get called down to the carpet, it's just like, yeah, like that's she's saying that because that's what it's giving. And you start, you know, barking, saying, you know, you can kiss my mother, and you know, you got my nerves, bitch, or, you know, dog years versus human years. Like, you can say all this stuff, but the sentiment is still there, Shamea. Sorry. And it sounds like you're just mad at that, not that you're actually like, sorry.
It's weird. I feel like in this moment, Shamea should have got just as serious as she did when she got with Porsha. And when she, you know, the seriousness should have came up, not immaturity, not the barking and all the theatrics she was doing. It was like, girl, we're in a real moment. Drew is literally has broken down why she called you that, and broke it down to his very last compound. Like, I got it. And I, like, anybody that didn't get it, you don't like Drew, and that's fine. You cannot like Drew. But she's letting you know that in her eyes, this is what you were doing, and everybody sees it, and you don't have to do that. And what I put and let's be clear, Shamea, you're an exaggerator. You stretch the truth. That's what you do. Because even how you talk to but she does it multiple times. We're on what, episode 12? She's done it multiple times in this season, not just once. But literally, you lied. The first time you told Porsha, you made it seem one way. And then when you were sitting with Ralph and Porsha said it to Ralph, Ralph said, did she say that for real? And you said, yeah, she was joking though. I said, so you backtracking. You trying to backtrack. You can't backtrack now. See, you already put it in motion, and now you're saying you were joking. And then on the after show, she says that they talk about it again, and she's sitting there starting to say, she really wasn't joking. They gonna have it. They both business woody wop. But you know for a fact that girl was not saying it like that. Because even when she said, well, if they got her, if I don't have to pay for her college, I'll pay for her snacks then. So literally, she's being cute with it. Like, I don't care. I'm contributing. I'm one of the one. I'm an auntie, a godmother, whatever, a plate auntie that's gonna contribute to the whatever she needs. So really, yes, honey. So literally, it's just annoying to watch Shamea throw things out there, and then when it's brought back to you, you try to squirm out of it. I was like, yeah, Shamea. And I hope in the reunion they bring all of it back up. And when they rewind it, and then I want to see you keep popping back that thing up. I want to see you, because you're going to. Because all that lapdog tricks you're doing, it's going to come to the forefront. It's got to come to the forefront. And yes, she is the bone carrier. Like, seriously. I was like, Shamea, she didn't even say it like that. And Drew explained it exactly how she said it. And you still double down on it. Like, I don't care. You call me a lap dog. Like, girl, it was like play on words. Not like I'm like you. I'm telling you why. Because you lied. Why are you telling? First of all, why are you going back and telling Porsha anything? What are you getting out of that?
Oh,
What you getting out of that? So yeah, so we ain't not about to play with her exaggerating self. And I put that too. I said she exaggerates. And she was being very immature. And I love the fact that Cynthia got her ass up and said, you know what, I'm good. I'm up.
yeah, Cynthia's been.
No, I know she's been. I know, but in this moment, I'm not about to get into this because what y'all talking about is silly. Like y'all are being goofy right here. And if we can't have a serious conversation and get to the bottom of it, which it looked like Shamea, you don't want to get to the bottom of it. Drew's trying to get to the bottom of it. Shamea, you don't want to. So if I was Drew, I'd have said, so are we done? You don't want to be my friend? We're good. So we don't have to talk no more. Like we can keep it cordial. Same like me and Porsha. But what you not gonna do is sit here and act stupid with me. Don't do that. Don't play in my face like that. So we gonna see though.
I agree. I feel like all in all, it was the whole entire scene, the whole entire event, the whole entire conversation was all just raggedy. Ultimately, and I hope everybody who is entitled to receive something that is coming to them receives just that. Drew signs her recording deal, so it's a celebratory occasion. I'm sorry, Drew, because just as much as I just defended you and said I want people to stop jumping on you because they're also liars, I also in this scene didn't write anything other than what I just said.
It wasn't nothing right. I'm glad we got to the bottom of the fact that Dennis did not tell Porsha that Drew was asking him for fun time, for studio time or free time or any of that, because she literally she had to call Drew in this moment. I mean, she called Dennis because she's about to sign that deal. And she didn't want to go into it feeling some type of way that her brother has been saying that she was trying to sleep with him. So I was happy that she called, and if it made her feel better to sign it so that she didn't be fake and phony on the FaceTime call, great. And kudos to her. On the after show, I think they said she's her album is at on the charts at number 5. Either their album or the single, whichever one is at number 5. So good for her. I was happy to see, that she got a lot of people. We don't see a lot of deals being made and people doing videos and this type of thing. So it was good to see her.
I know. I don't know if you've seen her interview with Carlos yet still, but
I seen most of it.
And in that interview, she has I want to say 6 shows or something this summer. She's doing a lot of different things. So I hope.
But I didn't see the very end where she, promotes what she got going on. But yeah, that interview was really good as well. So yeah,
history. But I don't know, y'all, because I told you I have something to show y'all, and let me finish this up. I'll show you because I don't know, Drew. You better not disappoint me. Yeah, the final scene though, y'all. I don't know if you guys have been anticipating. If you're a subscriber of mine, I don't see how you would have been anticipating this, because the way I just don't see it for this lady and never say anything good about this lady. So I don't know why you'd want to come over here to collect any type of Phaedra praises. You will not get them from me. Nonetheless, finally, I say finally because I'm just ready to just get it over with. We knew this is coming. We are reintroduced to none other than phony Phaedra, y'all. Phaedra. I'll be nice. Phaedra.
Nice.
On the show that she's always wanted to be on all along. And of course, we have Porsha ushering, her back into the fold by popping up at her house. She's like, oh, you ain't been over here. Oh, no, I'm better. Right off the bat, you guys are not friends. You guys want to act like you are you just as thick as these. But if you guys really were such friends or whatever, you would have been hanging out this entire past 7 years plus. But whatever. And if you guys were thinking that Phaedra's going to come in with some accountability, with some ownership, with some remorse, anything of the sort, you're wrong. You know what she came in though with? She came in with saying, last time you guys saw me, it wasn't, my best moment. I regret how I left the group.
But, do you now? Oh, do you now?
It's literally, if you guys, very indirect accountability taken there. That was a Phaedraism. Just the whole way she said that was her way of trying to take accountability or address something, I should say, without addressing it. Yeah, that was that. And we go through all of the many years, many faces of Phaedra over the years. Like I said before, she's back on this show. She's glad to be back on this show because it's always where she's wanted to be. If you guys do watch Married to Medicine as well, you can go check out those freaking videos to see what I had to say about that. If you guys care, if you guys care to know how I felt about Phaedra on that show, but her and Porsha, they sit down, and they claim. Pretty much, I just claim that they have this awesome friendship that they've maintained over the years. That Phaedra said when she's over something, it's like whatever, they're always gonna be good. They good, etc. etc. Frickin' Frack is unfortunately back. So from there, they start, of course, talking about the ladies in group and stuff, and Porsha winds up also inviting Phaedra on the trip. And by doing that, she calls Shamea first, who, despite any past issues or anything like that, Shamea and Phaedra are supposedly good. She kept saying showroom. Is she talking about, she's not talking about at the funeral parlor or anything like that, right? Phaedra kept saying showroom. I feel like she's talking about the Ivory Showroom, which is that place, that boutique in Atlanta or whatever, where all the ladies on these shows get their they rent their clothes from. I'm like, is that what we're talking? I wanted to know what she meant by showroom. She just kept saying she's seen her at the showroom, or she said the word showroom, and I was like, what showroom? Anyway.
I don't realize. I don't remember seeing that or hearing that part.
She refers to, Kelli as a garden gnome that she would love to take home. She loves all the littles, Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Lil Mama.
She little. She ain't big.
I'm like, funny. That'll really put into it, because I want to say Phaedra's 5'2", 5'3", probably at the most. I want to see. I gotta see.
I mean, so Kelli's probably a 4'11", probably. We probably can't get that. We can't see it because she wears heels all the time. So we're not even gonna get her little bitty body.
Yeah, Kelli's probably 4'11" at the most, probably.
Yeah, she's about 4'11". Because look at where Phaedra is and look at where Kelli is, and they both got on heels.
That's about how tall, tiny be looking. So yeah, she's probably 4'11". Yeah,
I think they probably about the same height. You're right. Oh, so she said she thought it was the funeral home. The girls said it's the boutique.
Yeah, that's not Phaedra's boutique. That's some other. Don't give her that much credit now. But no, it's
Oh, that's because they did open. I remember now when y'all talk about that boutique. I remember.
Funky Dineva. He actually was the first person that said that, and I was like, oh, that's what they be doing. I went and I looked on the Instagram, and yeah, I'm like, oh, Phaedra's all over that Instagram for that showroom. So I was like,
oh. Miss Wilson said my 8-year-old is 5 feet tall.
Yeah, she's tiny, y'all. But nothing really of any true substance is said here. We know that Phaedra's obviously about to be back on her BS. And yeah,
I didn't want no notes for fake. I laughed at when Kelli, she was like, hey, I said, you don't know she don't like to be called Faye. Because remember when old girl on Married to Medicine called her that. Apollo's woman, and she was like I ain't Faye. I am Phaedra. I said, oh Lord Jesus. So anywho, I just I did like her Gucci outfit. I'll say that. I like their Gucci outfit. I literally, like I said earlier, it's gonna be interesting to watch Porsha swim all up in her lady pond because that's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna it's like we never miss time. It's like we just fall back into just how we were. I said, yeah, you really gonna start dogging out Shamea. This is probably what's gonna be the camel that broke what's gonna break the camel's back is however Portia's gonna start acting now that Phaedra's on. We already see her doing the way she's doing her. So if that ain't made her turn around and she's still taking up for Porsha, it's gotta be something she's gonna do that's gonna make her be like, oh yeah, you all up in you taking sides of Phaedra. It's gonna be something with Phaedra, I think. I don't know, but I'm thinking because we all know that Portia's about to live for Phaedra.
For
they're
real.
about to act like they're gonna act like they just the best of friends and nothing happened and y'all know we the best. Even when they on the after show, I gotta finish watching it. But I was like, y'all getting on my nerve. Y'all cackle too much. Y'all cackle too damn much.
Yeah, I gotta watch what happens live to see if she said anything that I could potentially care about.
Yeah, I gotta watch that because I'm glad you told me. I told you last time I checked it was the one for the night before, so I didn't see it.
Before we get out of here, y'all, I just gotta show you guys this one thing that I was confused about. I'm sorry to subject you to this person's Instagram, but this is where I saw it. No. It is Ralph. Ralph, that is the man that lives in Drew's basement. Yeah. So he posted this 2 days ago, and I mean,
what do you call me? Yo, Drew, I made all of this food here. The steak, the hot dogs, the chicken.
Let me taste it. I'm gonna sit down and make me a plate.
Oh.
Hey, Helen.
Oh. Hey, grandmama.
You Ralph made the steak.
Look at this.
Wow, that's so good.
Hurry up, because Drake is not about to copyright me. Why they gotta be playing music? Sorry.
So they can do exactly that. So they eating together.
I don't know. And I mean, obviously, y'all, I'm not shallow enough to think that these two people are never going to talk again. Or, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I want them to have the worst divorce and separation and all that like as possible. No, I would never wish that. But he's proven to be an ain't shit person. And I just feel like, yeah, this whole thing, if you guys watch that Carlos interview, she kind of breaks down how they met and stuff. And Ralph also told us, that they were engaged in 2 months, 3 months, maybe in
3 months,
8 months, etc. However they
married in 5 months and baby in pregnant in 8 months.
Yeah. So that's a lot. And again, there's been a lot of it just doesn't seem like.
What does the caption say, sis? What does this caption say?
No, it doesn't. I'm like, is this old or new? Didn't wear the apron, but she called me daddy in the kitchen off camera. I really do this cooking thing. Happy, no drama Memorial Day weekend. Y'all be safe. I mean, I'm assuming this is
that's recent. Yeah, no, that's just.
Well, I was saying like maybe this was the last Memorial Day before they like.
Ain't not about to do that.
No, this is probably recent. Yeah. But and again, I'm not wishing that they stay in a horrible place or, I would never wish. I'm team whatever you want to do ultimately, because I wouldn't want anybody, telling me what I need to do with my life and situations. But she's just it's proven that this is not a healthy situation between them, I don't think. And it's just like,
my thing is this. I
can understand us all eating together, maybe at the table with the kids. I can see that, but like us doing all in the kitchen prep together and kikiing and with Drake playing and yada 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 and apparently calling you daddy and all this other stuff and you feeding me food. No. I'll let you know when the food is ready. You can sit down there. I'm gonna sit on this end. We're gonna make it cute for the kids, and ha ha he. And
is there divorce? Is there divorce final yet?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I keep thinking that we're watching a show from last year, and now we have the after shows and stuff that are this year. So I was just like, I don't know, maybe something happened. Maybe they're in a better place. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I lived this life too. No, I wasn't married though, but I literally, when me and my older kids, we had a tumultuous breakup, and it was hard for us to get back to a place where we could talk and be like that. But it did happen, but it took a minute. Not like a year.
I was literally I honestly, if I didn't join the military, I feel like sometimes like my parents maybe would never, been on one accord again or whatever. It wasn't until I left and I was grown before my parents were able to, us coexist and stuff like that. And I feel like honestly at this point, again in the military, it was I'm coming home. So who y'all they had no choice really, I feel like, to get along to certain regards, with me having like so many graduations and ceremonies, and it was just easier to get along, I guess, at that point for them. And I'm grateful for it. Like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we're saying this to say, y'all, that usually it's not. Yeah, this is like, I was obviously, if I'm bringing it up to you guys, it's because it caught me off guard. I just wasn't expecting to see this. So
yeah, you just shook it to me.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that she owes anybody an explanation. Of course not. But it's like, you see, if they start calling you a liar again next season, you're gonna have some explaining to do. That's all. You're just gonna have to explain yourself.
Oh, poor Drew. And shout out to Erica De Niro, because she calls Ralph a bullet head, and his head is shaped like a bullet. I'm sorry.
I always try to, But yeah, that was the little, thing I needed to show you guys. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed talking about this episode. I hope, we kept y'all entertained. I like to think so, because collectively there's 49 of you guys watching. So again, don't forget to like the video. We are streaming from both channels. Subscribe, y'all. Subscribe to both our channels. Comment. We would love to hear from you. We would love it if you turn on your post notifications, so every time we upload. Share us. Please. Share again. And yeah, do all the things. You can subscribe to our social media. It's been scrolling along the bottom of the screen this whole time. And yeah, y'all. So that's really all we got to say about this.
Well, I want to thank you for letting me come on your platform today and be a guest, because y'all, I like coming on my sis when she does. I'm not reviewing them this year. I did the one, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. I was like, I don't feel like it. I didn't feel like being exhausted. And they're not even exhausting. They're just like, some stuff I was just like, oh. So yeah, but but I did have a lot to say, or I had some feelings that I want to get off my chest. So thank you for giving me that opportunity, because I've been in everybody's chat that's been talking like, they are dumb. This is silly. This is crazy. Brit, goodbye. I'm sorry. She's just not. She doesn't need to be on this platform. She needs to find another platform. I'm sorry. And it was the wrong move for Kenya to be put off. But hey, that's just something that we have to deal with.
For this, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. So yeah, but like, again, thank you, and thank you guys. If you came over to my channel to subscribe or like or do any of those things that my sis told you guys to do, thank y'all in advance, and hopefully we see you guys another time very soon. I'm sure.
Yes, very soon. Hopefully, y'all. Hopefully, yeah. I want to get out of another video to you guys, just doing some Bravo updates. Hopefully, sometime this week, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know how the rest of my week is looking just yet. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Make sure you check the community tab. And also this is more reason to follow us on our social media accounts, because if we're not updating you on here, we're definitely updating you on there. And yes, shout out to everybody who was in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things, and we will catch you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
That was cool.